Welcome back, everybody. Game 3, Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Montreal Expos. Today we are in Montreal. So 1982 Wildcard playoffs. Ryne Sandberg stays in Philadelphia. Rhino back in the lineup for Game 2 as the Phillies took a 2-0 lead. Let's go to Game 1 first, though. We'll talk about that. Game 1, Phillies come from behind win. In that one, Phillies win Game 1 4-3. Game 2, Larry Christensen was the star of the game in that one. Went 7 1/3, I believe. Shutout baseball combined with Joe Price and Marty Bystrom. Phillies win Game 2 4-0. Best of 5 in this series. So the next win for the Phillies will clinch it. Montreal has got to win 3 in a row. Not that they're not capable of doing it. As I said, the top 1 through 4 is probably the best 1 through 4, at least in my mind, in 1982. Take a look at the other series. Right now, it's Kansas City 2-0, Yankees 2-0 over the A's, Cincinnati 2-0 over the Dodgers. We are going to advance. We have a day off. We will advance, and we'll update you to see if anyone clinches. The American League teams, I believe, will play today, and then we will wrap up the National League Series the following day. Then here we are. We moved up a day. Kansas City sweeps the Detroit Tigers 3-0 in the wild card round. Gene Garber picks up the win. Lopez the loss. Series MVP, center fielder Chet Lemon. If you've been with this series from the beginning, you know that in the offseason we made quite a run at Chet Lemon. Came up short. Did not get him. He ended up in Kansas City, and here he is, the wild card series MVP. So Kansas City stays alive. The Yankees could have put away the A's, but the A's win this one behind Vida Blue. May takes the loss. Minton with the save. Home run by Richie Zisk, his first of the series. The A's win that one 4-1. That series is now 2-1 in favor of the Yankees. It will be in New York for Game 4. Rick Langford for Oakland. Ron Guidry going for the Yankees. Here we are in Montreal. As we said, Game 3, the Phillies lead this series 2-0. The only real change to the lineup for the Phillies today will be Keith Moreland is going to play first base. He's swinging a good bat, so we're going to try to put the hot bat in there. Julio Franco has been a solid player for us all year, but just playing the hot bat at first, seeing if we get anything out of that. Here we go. Lonnie Smith going to face Charlie Lee. Charlie Lee had some success against us, as did the Expos, through the regular season. So here we go. Lonnie Smith 1 for 8 in the series. And he will lead things off here as we spin around Olympic Stadium in Montreal. First pitch from Lee. Lonnie Smith lines that in the center, but caught. One away. Andre Dawson. Ryne Sandberg missed about a month to injury. He is back for the second game. For his second game, I should say. 3 for 4 in Game 2. It's a line drive right to the second baseman. That's 2 down. Schmidt steps in, hitting .375 with a home run and 3 RBIs. So solid series so far for Schmidt. Down the first baseline. That'll be an easy play. Solo to first. End to the top of the first, no score. Tim Raines will lead things off. Raines 1 for 8. .222 on base percentage. Very similar numbers to Lonnie Smith. Dick Ruthven. I'd say solid this season. Earned run average a little high. 4.01 on the regular season. Ground ball. There's Sandberg. They'll go to first. 1 away. Ground ball. Sandberg there again. Did that little dive. You knew he was going to have a throwing error. Runner on first with 1 out. Here's Gary Carter. He is also 1 for 8. Line drive hit on the nose to center field, but Maddox runs it down 2 away. I'm just going to say, I want to make sure we get those bottom 4 guys out of the lineup, just so when these top 4 or 5 guys do their damage, solo stuff. Dawson to center field. That's going to drop in for a hit. That'll be 2 men on here in the first for the Expos. Well, Ruthven's been dominant at times. He's been very hittable at times. See what we get today. Dave Hostetler, 0 for 5. Struck him out. Phillies are through the first. No score for either side. Here's Larry Boa, 250, 2 for 8, 2 RBIs. Good spot for a hit. The 0-1 pitch. Hits that hard. It's down the right field line. Picked up. 1 run will score. Boa will head to second. Phillies get a run, 1-0. Ruthven's got a run to work with. He will face Miller, LeMaster, and Wally Backman. Swung on up the middle. Diving grab. Boa knocks it down but can't hang on to it. Would have been a really tough throw. Keeps it in the infield. Now Johnny LeMaster to the plate. Back up the middle. Boa can't get to that one. Maddox is up with it. Runner will head to third. Cut off throw. Back to second. And they get him. They throw behind LeMaster. Get him. Miller is to third, though, with 1 out. Wally Backman, pitcher Lee on deck. Ruthven's pitch hit into the air, right field. Clark's got it. Here comes the throw. Cut off. And tied up at 1. 2 out now, nobody on Charlie Lee. Well, Ruthven walks him. He didn't want to do that. Oh my. Ryne's 0 for 1. Hits it the other way, deep to left field, drifting back. He's not going to get it. Home run. Dick Ruthven walks the pitcher. Ryne goes yard, and it's 3-1. And as we said, Ruthven already at 83 pitches. He's given up 6 hits and 4 innings of work. He will face Raines, Wallach, and Carter, top of the lineup. Hit on the ground. There's Sandberg. Ranges over, makes the throw, 1 away. Wallach made a great grab at third base in the last inning. Lines that one in the right field. They're not going to catch that one. It's off the fence. Clark plays it well. Fires it back in. Cutoff man doesn't get it the second in time, so a double for Tim Wallach. Wallach on second. Carter steps up. Carter is 0 for 2. Pitch from Ruthven in on his fist, but that's going to drop into center for a base hit. Maddox will field it. Runner will come home and score. Throw is offline. It's now 4-1 ball game. Farmer's been throwing in the pen. Ruthven now 8 hits and 4 1/3 at 96 pitches, so he is nearing the end of his day. 1-2 pitch. Dawson hits a fly ball into left. Lonnie Smith has it. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Now Ruthven's pitch on the way. Line drive. Fly ball deep, actually, center field. Maddox ranges back and makes the catch. Ruthven gets through 5, but that's probably it for him. He will leave the game trailing 4-1. Top of the 6th now, Sandberg, Schmidt, and Clark. Phillies looking for some offense, trying to get back in this game. Lee's pitch. Hit it up the middle. That'll squeak past LeMaster. Another hit for Sandberg. Lee's 5 hits in 5 innings, an earned run, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Deals to Schmidt. Schmidt hits it back up the middle. That'll be grabbed at second by Backman. They'll get the lead runner. Sandberg is out. Schmidt is safe at first. Now Jack Clark, 0 for 2 today. Swung on, hit deep to left field. That is high and deep and going way back and gone. 4-3 ball game. Jack Clark makes it a 1-run ball game. Marty Bystrom takes over for Dick Ruthven here in the bottom of the 6th. Anderson and Hoffman throwing. Bystrom was a starter all year, making his second relief appearance of this wild card series. Little flare into left center. It's going to drop in front of Maddox. Leadoff single. Now LeMaster will step in. 1 for 2 today. Hits that ball into shallow left. That'll drop in front of Lonnie Smith. So 2 men on now, nobody out. This is what you don't want. You don't want Miller, LeMaster, and Backman getting on base because Tim Raines is right around the corner here. Hits it on the ground. Schmidt's got it. Go to first. Only play he had, he gets the out. Runners on second and third now with 1 out. Broward steps in. He is 0 for 1 in the playoffs. Bystrom will take his chances with him. Gets him swinging. That's out number 2. Good job, Marty Bystrom. Now Tim Raines. If you're thinking about walking him, you've got Wallach on deck who's hitting .455. 0-1 pitch to Raines. Hits a line drive. That's going to drop and score at least 1. Clark up with it. Here comes the second run to the plate. That scores. It's now a 6-3 ball game as the Expos pour on 2 more runs here in the bottom of the 6th off of Tim Raines. Give a throw over. Raines is back. 2 outs now. Pitch to Wallach inside. Raines is running. No throw. Bystrom delivers up the middle. That's going to drop in for a hit. Raines is probably going to score. Here he is. 7-3. New pitcher will be Larry Anderson. He's 1-0 with an inning pitched, 1 strikeout in the series. He needs to get Dawson. 1-1. Popped him up. In comes Moreland to make the catch. Big inning for the Expos. They put 3 up in the 6th after the Phillies pulled to within a run on Clark's homer. Tim Raines had the big double knocking in 2. It's now 7-3 Montreal. Going to the 7th. May, Moreland, and Maddox due up. Milt May's 2 for 3 today. He's got 3 hits in the series. Cecilio Guante making his first appearance for the Expos in this series. Here's the pitch. May takes a walk. Rick Manning will come in and run for Milt May on first. Nobody out. Moreland to the plate. Guante's pitch. Moreland hits a slow roller. Flip to second for 1. Double play. Didn't know if he hit that hard enough for the double play, but they did a nice job turning it. 2 down here in the 9th. Phillies' last hope potentially Gary Maddox. 0 for 3 today. The right-hander delivers. Ground ball, shortstop LeMaster will charge. He'll make the throw. End the ball game. Phillies come up short tonight. Montreal keeps the series going. 7-3 victory. They get their first win of the series, and we will be back for Game 4 tomorrow in Montreal. Well, quite an offensive show for Montreal. 7 runs on 15 hits. The Phillies 3 runs on 6 hits. And the way the pitching had been earlier in this first 2 games of this series, that might have been enough other nights, but not enough tonight. Tim Raines 2 for 4, drove in 4. Wallach had 4 hits, Carter 2 hits. Andre Dawson, Hostetler 1 for 4, but Rick Miller continues to destroy the Phillies. 3 for 4, he's hitting .700 in the series. LeMaster with a pair of hits. Milt May had a pair of hits for the Phillies. That's about it for the offense for them. Dick Ruthven takes the loss. Just 5 innings, gave up four earned runs, 108 pitches, so he could not get to the 6th inning. Marty Bystrom came in, did a good job of nailing down game 2. Not so great today. 5 hits and 2/3 of an innings. That was 3 more runs he allowed. Larry Anderson got the out to end that inning. Ed Farmer did a nice job today. 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs. So no more damage. Farmer ate up some innings there and kept the Phillies in the ball game, I guess you could say. But we didn't use McGraw. We didn't use Tekulve. Anderson threw a third. We should have the better end of the bullpen available for game 4. Oh, and yeah, by the way, Charlie Lee was the winner. Went 6 innings, gave up 3 earned runs. Underwood, a great job. The left-hander comes in. The Phillies lineup should be made to hit left-handers. They don't always do it. Underwood did a great job today. Guante pitches the 9th, gets that big double play, and Tim Raines, you won't be shocked to find out, is the player of the game. 54,351 at Olympic Stadium, watching the Expos beat the Phillies 7-3. And to give you an update on the American League, the Yankees win that series. They win game 4. Ron Guidry with the win. He beats Dennis Eckersley. Eckersley takes 2 losses in this series. Home runs from Phillips, Johnson, Dave Winfield as well. Dave Winfield is the MVP of the series. The Yankees beat the A's 3-1. And in game 3 of the Cincinnati-Los Angeles series, Bob Welch gets the win. He beats Charlie Huff. Steve Howe with the save. Kenny Landreau hit his 2nd home run of the series. So the Dodgers beat the Reds 5-3. They also force a game 4. That game will be in Cincinnati. Jerry Royce taking on Tom Seaver. All right, folks, here you are. Here's your look at the playoff tree. Kansas City and New York clinch. So it'll be the Yankees and the Royals in the League Championship Series. The Phillies and the Reds fail to clinch their series as the Expos and the Dodgers both win. So we will have game 4 in the 2 National League Series. The American League teams get to rest up for the Championship Series. That's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you for hanging out. Please hit like. Please subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this content. We're going to finish this thing up. Then we're going to jump to Out of the Park 27. We will be transferring this league to 27. That can be a little sketchy sometimes. Sometimes it works no problem. But we will see how that goes. And hopefully we'll be able to play out 1983. But this year's not done. We're going to finish these playoffs. We need to get another win. And then we move on to the championship series. 1982, Ryne Sandberg stays in Philly. Phillies up 2-1 over Montreal. We will see you for the next episode, which will be game 4 of the Wildcard series.